Welcome back, everybody. It's Drew. So in this video, we're going to finish up this Tamiya 148 Tiger 1. Okay, so we're going to get the wheels and tracks on, and the first wheels you put on are right here, A8, and so those are part number 8, which I have all right here, and you got to make sure you go in the right, get them in the right direction. I love how Tamiya gives you every indication on how to do that. So the part number is actually engraved on the wheel here, and so you just take one of these, and so that's where I want to put some glue. Put some glue here. And so some of these wheels I didn't get painted correctly, so I'm going to position them where the part where it didn't get black is going to be covered by the track, so you won't see it. Okay, I'm going to put that one there. Just kind of let that set for a minute. Get another one, and we're going to go to the fourth one. Make sure it's in the right direction. There's the part number. Put that one there. This one looks pretty good. And just kind of spin it to get that glue cap. Okay, something like that. Okay, so the next wheels to put on are these. These are assembly B, they label them here. And that would have been these two right here, A3 and A4. Okay, those are the road wheels, and let's see, which ones are those? I think they're these right here. And I can just kind of twirl them around, get that glue on there. Perfect. I'm going to go to this one. Okay. I'm going to do this one. I'll put a little bit more on there because it's a bigger part. Maybe give it a little swirl. I like that. Okay, let's just make sure they kind of get lined up a little bit. There we go. There we go. That one didn't want to go in all the way. Okay, so I'm going to let these dry for a while. Get it nice and hard, and then we'll tangle the tracks. So I'm going to do a few errand type things. come back to this here in a little bit. Okay, so let's do the tracks. So they give you a jig, it's part of the sprue, but I'm not going to use that. I built 2 other tanks like this, and you just follow the instructions and you just start adding the links. Like, for example, it says attach parts in the numbered order. So the first thing you want to do is put these links here. These are part A25. I have those, half of them anyway, in here. And looks like you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which matches up with this. This is a side schematic. It shows, the parts. Here's A22. I got 2 of those. Okay, remember we're just doing one side right now. So I got 2 of those, and A18 goes on the ends, and you can see right here. So A22, A18 right here on the end, and then you start putting links on. Same thing on the bottom. You have 2 A18. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically glue the part A18 to the tracks here, and then I can start adding the links, and hopefully it'll work out. They also make sure that you get the tracks lined up correctly. So this is going to be the left side of the tank, this right here, and head on. It has these, kind of nice to see if you see that. Basically has those holes there, so you can see easily what you're doing. So make sure you get those lined up correctly. And so to start with, and by the way, there's a lot of paint on these, and so I'm not going to get away with model glue. It just won't stick very well, so I'm going to have to use super glue, which I have some Bob Smith. I also have some little bit of this Loctite left, so let me just see if I can get some out here. Yep, so I'm going to put these, again, this is part A18, so put this here. Okay, again, make sure my little holes line up there, and just stick that there. Okay, so this is going to be this piece right here. And it actually is going to sit right here, because this part actually angles up like that, and it does connect with the drive sprocket a little bit. So I'm going to leave it like that. Then I'm going to start putting the links on, because what Tamiya did, since you can rotate the sprockets, you'll be able to turn it a little bit if you need to make adjustments. And so also note too that on the top there is going to be an A18 that's really straight, so I might just do that real quick. And again, make sure my little holes line up like that. So it's going to go like that. So let's get that on there. Yeah. Come on. Okay. Let's squirt a bunch of that out and just use a little wire. That's going to hook on there just like that. Okay. There. And that's going to sit on top here. And so looking at it, look at A18, comes up about somewhere up there, maybe a little bit higher, about right there. Okay guys, so I did a bunch of stuff off camera. I finished up the tracks, got those on, and I got the decals on, and I got all of the towing cables on, and gave it all a gloss coat, so now I'm just ready to do some weathering. I do need to touch up a few things. I've learned in my research and talking to people who build these Tiger tanks a lot. Michael Cohen's models, just knows almost everything about these kind of things. So I did find out that the tools the Germans used were painted black, and they just wore over time, and they didn't really get shiny like this. So Tamiya instructions call for metallic gray, but I'm going to go back over them and paint them black, and then give them a little, just a little sheen of dry brush. So I'll do that eventually. So what I want to do now is just do some pen washing, and the way I do that is I have a mixture of oils. I used burnt umber and Payne's gray, and I put them, this is probably took way too much on that, but I put them on a piece of cardboard, let the linseed oil leach out for a while. It helps it dry faster, and just mix it up here. It gives you a nice kind of a dark brown wash, and just thin it down with some of these thinners that you can buy these at Walmart, low order thinner. So, and the way the pen wash works is just simply, for ease of handling, I'm just going to take this off, and once you got it nice and thin, you just go around the recesses and things like that. Just let the oil flow around, and it really makes things pop on your model. Makes all these recesses pop, gives it some definition, and you can go back and when you're done, just kind of clean everything up with a wet brush or cotton swab. And so see what I'm going to do right here is put it there. Just kind of watch it flow around a little bit. You can put this on pretty liberally. It comes off real easy, and it'd be kind of hard to pick up on camera, but there we go. Put some around here, and these. Put some on these bolt head things. Again, just gives it a lot more depth and definition. Q-tip and remove some of it. You can see the difference. It makes the wheels pop. Just let it kind of move around. Okay, everybody, I think I'm going to call it good. This is the Tamiya 148 scale Tiger 1 early production Eastern Front. And drum roll, please. Ta-da! Okay. So, this is my third tank model. And I did some things off camera. I'll show you what I did. And otherwise, I'm pretty happy the way it came out. I know if you're, experienced tank modeler and know a lot about tanks, and I'm sure you're going to find a lot of things I could do better or do. But so let me just show you a couple things. I gave the tracks a wash of this dark dirt from Flory, and once that was done, I cleaned it off, and then I went around on the tracks, because let me try to hold it here. You do see a little bit of metallic sheen where the paint rubs off on the tracks. So you just take a pencil and you can just go around and do that with the tracks, and to get that, I can keep doing it here, get that metallic look. I didn't want to dry brush silver or anything like that because I don't think that would look realistic, but the paint wears off. From what I understand, these were painted in a black lacquer, and then the paint wears off of the parts where it touches the ground, and you get a little metallic sheen. And I went around and did it like along the sides here, and so okay, so pick that up there. Then I went around and did some dusting of the tracks and some parts of the vehicle with pastel chalks. Since this is an Eastern Front and this is Russia, 1943, this tank is Russia. I've been told, especially around Kursk, that the soil in Russia's in that area is really dark, almost black, and so I wanted to use something in European earth. So I used some dark brown pastels, and you just scrape it off, and you just pick it up with a homemade stippler, and that's what I did. I went around the tracks, gave the tracks some dusting, and the wheels, and then I just kind of go back and do something like that. So it's a little bit worn. And then I went around and dusted using the same pastels. I gave some dust to areas. It's hard to see because there's so much camouflage and stuff on it, but you can tell that it's not as bright. So work crews walk around and just give it a little bit of some dust effects. For the tools, again, I did the same thing with some pencil lead. I just went around and I actually just scraped this really good on a piece of paper and picked some up with a Q-tip, and you just go around and you just pick some pencil lead up with a Q-tip, and you just kind of go around and highlight some of the high parts, and it gives it a little bit of a metallic look. Again, they were, from what I understand from tank experts, is that the Germans painted those tools in the same black when they came out of the factory. So I just did that. I used some oil paints on the back here, some burn umber around these exhaust pipes. I didn't do a lot of heavy rusting, but these I'm sure got a little burn up. So yeah, I'm learning. I'm not a armor modeler. This is the first one I've built. I know if you're experienced with tanks and stuff, you're probably going to see all kinds of things wrong. But I'm happy with it, and that's the most important thing in modeling. As long as you're happy with it. And so yeah, so gave these tracks here, the spare tracks on the front, just gave them some dust. These don't rust out or anything like that, so I didn't bother with that. So the tracks, there's a learning curve on these tracks, and I kind of fudged one side, didn't do too well, and then the other side I did a lot better. Oh boy, we got a cat. my daughter went out and adopted a cat the other day, and here she is. Well, hello. We got to figure out how to train her not to jump up on the counters and stuff. So, so I'll have some pictures for you. Hey, you want to get on camera? There you go. Hey, kitty. Her name's Mavis. I guess it's named after a vampire on Hotel Transylvania. So, well, hi. I've never owned a cat before. I've been around cats, but I've never had one like in my home. Uh-oh. Woo. Let's put you down. That's why we don't want you climbing on stuff. Okay. I appreciate everybody watching. I'll have a few pictures so you can see it from different angles. And I appreciate everybody watching. And if you haven't already, give my channel a sub and stay tuned for the next build. If you want to support my channel and help me, get models and stuff and like what I do, there's a link in the description for, buy me a coffee. If you'd like to donate, I'd appreciate it. And there she is. Okay. And I highly recommend the kit. It's a lot of fun. Okay. I will see everybody on the next build. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for a few pictures, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.